Hey guys, what is going on? It is Ando, and today is the day that we finally finish Padme, or Queen Amidala's team, I should say. We got the kit revealed from Master Qui Gon. We're gonna go into some of the things I think makes him really cool, some of the things that I think would have made him a really good theory crafting character, and they might still. Right? I'm always surprised of what can happen, but with the shrinking PvP board, he has some abilities to become that theory craftier kind of. It has that tone to him, but I think they definitely did design him in mind with Qui-Gon, or I should say Queen Amidala. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm very excited. These two, the Jedis, Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, these guys were like who I was watching in theaters and experiencing that when I was a kid. So I always kind of get brought back into those feels. So let's quickly go into it. His name is Master Qui-Gon. I think a lot of people are already starting to kind of quote the old Poncho Qui-Gon. He's a support, he's a Galactic Republic, and he is a Jedi. Again, one of the reasons why I was so excited for these guys is that with the Jedi tag, with the Galactic Republic tag, there is this ability to be used outside. So even if you aren't going to get, Queen Amidala, these guys, Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, they still have uses outside of that. Again, with their tags, they're constantly getting datacrons and things that are going to be able to factor into certain things. So I usually skip by the key attributes. I usually skip by the inspiration. Usually skip by the strategy tips and even the FAQs. So we're just going to get right into what his abilities are. His basic is a Taru Strike. Pretty cool little ability there. Nice little spin move. Little 360 no scope. He deals physical damage and inflicts breach on target enemy for 1 turn. During Master Qui-Gon's turn, all Galactic Republic allies with heal over time or protection over time gain defense up for 1 turn. Shout out to Conquest feats, right? If Master Qui-Gon has accuracy up, all Galactic Republic allies recover 10% health and protection. This one's pretty cool. It's not really the one that he's using. We're used to him doing this ability when he's fighting Maul, right? It's kind of like his meditation. And I think the other one he was on 1 knee, but yeah, it's still pretty cool. It's not really one that's a damage per se, but it's a cooldown of 3. It says feel, use your instincts. Dispel all buffs on the target enemy. If the target enemy had any buffs dispelled this way, inflict buff immunity for 1 turn and remove 50% turn meter. If that ally, or if the ally in the leader slot was Queen Amidala at the start of battle, Master Qui-Gon exposes all enemies for 2 turns. And if an enemy is inflicted with doubt, stun them for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. Master Qui-Gon gains 100% defense for 2 turns and legendary battle meditation for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If no allies are taunting, all non-galactic legend, Galactic Republic allies stealth for 2 turns. If an ally is taunting, all Galactic Republic allies gain speed up for 2 turns instead. It's a really long tag, basically just to say that if JMK's in this team, he's not going to gain stealth, and if JMK is not in this team, all the team is going to gain speed up for 2 turns. And this ability can't be evaded. So the part that can't be evaded, obviously, is the part where you dispel them and all this other stuff. I don't actually think this is a damage attack though, so it's not like that's going to get evaded or anything like that. Interesting. Again, we see a lot of call outs in his kit that is going to basically suggest that we shouldn't use him with our friend JMK or any other Galactic Republic character that we get. But there's still quite a bit of this kit that remains active with other GLs, as long as they're not Galactic Republic. So kind of take that for what it's worth. Special 2, I'll take that bet. This is the one that's kind of funny, right? It's I kind of already posed the question of, is this guy actually Master Qui-Gon or is he gambling Qui-Gon? So you're going to roll a chance cube here. If the result is red, the ability has no effect. If the result is blue, you're going to deal special damage based on 5% of Qui-Gon's max health, 2% per stack of Queen's protection to all enemies. Dispel all debuffs on Galactic Republic allies. Master Qui-Gon gains 25% max health and protection, all the way stacking up to 100% for the rest of the encounter. And ally Padawan Obi-Wan gains 30% offense for 2 turns. If the ally in the leader slot is Queen Amidala and there is no active ally Handmaiden decoy, she gains crit damage up and foresight for 2 turns. If there is an active ally Handmaiden decoy, the decoy gains 25% max health and max protection for the rest of the encounter. That doesn't look like it's capped at all, so you can just make that decoy be ridiculous. All Galactic Republic allies gain tenacity up for 2 turns and inflict tenacity down on all enemies for 2 turns. Master Qui-Gon will influence the outcome of the chance cube roll. Now, this is an interesting one, right? Like, so this, and even in there, like up above, they've kind of left this open. For right now, it is always going to land on blue. There is a chance in the future that we will get a character that will be able to make this a chance at rolling red. I don't know if we're going to get Watto because that's who he does this against. I don't know if we're going to get something else, but we have actually turned into a gambler here, guys. Here in the year of 2024, we are gambling away at our chances here of winning attacks now. So pretty crazy, but it is also kind of a pretty fun mechanic. That being said, it's going to suck someday whenever we can counter this. Anyways, so unique 1, stay close to me, is a Zeta and an Omicron. At the start of battle, and whenever Galactic Republic allies are stunned, they gain defense up and immune to crit or to turn meter reduction for 1 turn. Again, I kind of read this as you're going to prevent any sort of overpowered Bad Batch interactions here. And you're also going to, I think it's trying to also reduce the amount that CLS is able to influence this. Whenever any other Jedi ally attacks during the Master Qui-Gon's turn, he assists once per turn. Whenever Master Qui-Gon is critically hit, all Galactic Republic allies gain 30% protection up for 2 turns. All Galactic Republic attackers recover 10% health. They gain advantage for 2 turns. And ally Padawan Obi-Wan gains crit damage up for 2 turns. While enemies are inflicted with tenacity down, they have minus 30% crit damage and defense. The first time any Galactic Republic ally, excluding summons, falls below 50% health, if the ally in the leader slot is Galactic Republic, the leader takes a bonus turn. Dispel all debuffs on the leader, and all Galactic Republic allies gain 25% max health until the end of the encounter. Big stat gains here, and again, this one they have actually not specified the non-Galactic Republic, non-Galactic Legend character. So again, pretty crazy, what you'd be able to potentially kind of work into there. But if the ally in the leader slot is Queen Amidala at the start of turn, she gains 25% turn meter, 50% if there's an active Padawan Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon assists whenever she uses her basic ability. So this is pretty big, right? We've seen this happen before where, again, you kind of get a big turn meter boost at the beginning. It's all designed, right? Like they've said before, you are designed to use Queen Amidala, but that is also to say that we aren't handcuffed to this, right? Especially if you aren't going to unlock Queen Amidala. Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan are still pretty good tools to use inside of a Jedi team, and specifically Galactic Republic teams. Now, here's where we get into what would have been a really interesting kit, an interesting twist to Territory Wars. Territory Wars right now, in my opinion, is one of the better game modes when it comes to theory crafting. It still is much of a theory crafter's dream as far as what the comps are, because of your ability of not caring so much about scoring banners as per like protection loss and health loss, just more or less, are you going to lose a character? And for that, that's what makes it an interesting thing, as opposed to something like GAC where you're penalized even if you have all your characters surviving, you know, but if everyone lost, you know, protection banners, it's like you're already -5 kind of thing. So anyways, what's so interesting about this is, again, in Territory Wars, all allies, non-galactic legend, galactic republic, at the start of the encounter, all allies gain 50% max health, right? So just off the bat, right? Rey, we all know Rey loves 50, you know, we all know that Rey loves health. There you go, there's 50% max health. I'm not saying that this is a good idea, but like Lord Vader, right? Like you give him some extra bulk here. Like again, like I'm not saying that that's a good idea, but this is crazy. Like we have really seen them limit their, you know, their willingness to give out all allies, kind of thing. You even look at someone like Leia, who loves to have more health on her too. Like a lot of her damage is done via health, or like Grievous, you know, that's pretty crazy, right? So, yeah. So like, again, even for those that don't have, you know, Queen Amidala, hey, it's, you know, Padme, she exists, right? It's like she exists. And if you don't have like JMK and you want, she's already giving 50% max health, you're going to give another 50% there. So yeah, pretty cool. Like there's definitely some play in here. Like there's definitely some theory crafting work that can be done, because of the clause of all allies. Now, again, at the end game, we're running out of board size. Maybe someone comes up with something creative, but yeah, we'll see, you know. 100% max health if the ally in the queen, or the leader slot is Queen Amidala. For the rest of the encounter, and defense up for 3 turns. Whenever Master Qui Gon is critically hit, he gains foresight and 10 speed, stacking for max of 50 speed for 2 turns. Whenever Master Qui Gon is defeated, all allies gain 50% offense for 2 turns and recover 100% protection. If the ally in the leader slot is Galactic Republic, when they have less than 50% health, Master Qui Gon gains 50% bonus protection for 2 turns at the start of his turn. If the ally in the leader slot is Queen Amidala, whenever a Galactic Republic attacks out of turn, they deal 50% more damage, remove 25% turn meter, and inflict ability block for 1 turn, which can't be evaded to the target enemy, which is pretty huge. And whenever Master Qui-Gon gains legendary battle meditation, all non-galactic legend tank enemies are inflicted with healing immunity and protection disruption for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. So anyways, very exciting. I'm very excited to see what he does. I think he's going to be a really good kit. I think he's going to be a really good character. I think the Padme, the Queen Amidala team is going to be a very strong team, especially given what we have now with the Boltkrons and just how actually ridiculous like some of the teams that we have. When you look at like Gungans, when you look at you know, Queen Amidala, these teams are going to be capping out their survivability stats insane. Like it's going to be insane. We're already in the spot where their health and protection pools are so big because of the light side, dark side, 15% health and protection buffs that we have. But now you're going to add in like all these additional stacking healths that happen. You're going to be adding in all the heals over time, protections over time, so it's going to make it feel like you're not getting anywhere. So anyways, it's going to be really fun to see. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave the like. It really helps us out here, and I appreciate everything you guys have done. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys in the next one.